Yo, we out here, season 2, here we go. Go, the mission is back for more. And this is the first episode, so we're going to get right into this, but just a couple things I want to let you guys know before we start. I hope you like the changes. We're going to do some things a little bit different this season moving forward. You're going to hear more from sponsors throughout the episodes. First, Anchor Podcast, who makes this experience possible for me to be able to share this story and this passion with the world. And also, Jesus Is Clothing. You've seen me with the shirts. I got a dope new hoodie from them. You've seen that too. You'll hear more from them, and we'll definitely be shouting them out as we continue to go on. But I want to give you a quick disclaimer on this first episode. We filmed this on the road, literally driving through Portugal. So we're giving you a little authenticity. It's going to sound like you're right there with us in the car as we're having this conversation, but it's still worth listening to. Go ahead and bear with that, and I can guarantee you that the story is going to be worth your time and going to be inspiring as it was for me. So I don't want to take too much from that. We'll get on into it. Let's go. All right, what up, y'all? We out here. This is the official jumpstart of season 2 of Go, the Mission. And you talking about going, you talking about mission. We out here for real. We in Portugal. We're on the road right now, heading to Lisbon.
Yeah.
Hey, it's been an amazing week out here with my missionary friends and family right here. I'll let them introduce themselves in just a moment. But we're gonna talk with them a little bit about their experience and see some of the things they're up to and what's coming next. So, without any further ado, my man, go ahead and introduce yourself.
So my name is Tiago Albino for the ones that don't know. And we've been missionaries with Corey in Palau, like what, 3 years ago? 2 years ago? 3 years ago, I think already. So yeah, nice to meet you guys.
All right. And my friend.
name is Catarina. Yeah, I'm married with that guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's it. We have been missionaries for 2 years so far, and we have a lot of adventures in the future for sure.
All right. Yo, they've been telling me a lot of stories, and it's been awesome hearing about their adventures. They've been missionaries in more places than I have, and they're going, like, it's just the beginning, really. But I don't want to steal their thunder on it. So let me start with this question right here. If you had to define mission and service, and talk about what it means to you, how would you answer that question?
Ooh. You wanna go first, love?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Let me say that mission and service is something that will come from the heart once you meet God, and is a way for you to portray what you believe your God is and the love that He has for you to others, and is a necessity even if you have that relationship with Him.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
For me, I think the most important thing that defines mission and service is availability. Be available. You know, when you let God guide you whatever and whenever He wants to, I think that's the heart of mission. That's the heart of you delivering your life to God and He telling you you need to go there, and you just go because He's the one telling you. So I think that's the heart of mission, and to service someone, even where you are or other countries. Yeah, nice.
All right. Yo, those two definitions right there, those, like, I don't think we've heard it described like that so far in season 1. I don't think anybody mentioned it like that. We're just adding to the definition of mission service, and I like it. One of these days, I promise, I'm gonna write them all down, document it, and we're gonna tell you everything that mission and service is and what it means. Now, we did mention a little bit about Palau, and we did serve there for a few years back, but go ahead and tell us about the places that you've been able to serve.
Okay, ladies first.
Why? Okay, so basically we served in Palau for the first year, and it was a big adventure for us. We decided to be missionaries, and let me say, I was afraid of it. So the first idea was to go only for 1 year. But then, even though Palau was hard in a lot of things, we really enjoyed doing the work that we were doing there, especially because of the kids. And so it was a really big experience for us. But at the same time, we thought it would to a place where they really needed missionaries. Like there is no Adventist presence almost, or something like that. So we tried to find a place, and we went to Egypt.
Egypt.
So basically, Tiago will explain that after, but it was from one point to the other completely opposites, because Palau is about women, and Egypt is about men. So both completely opposite cultures and completely different experiences also. So yeah, and as a girl, I have a lot of. For me, it was more impactful maybe Egypt because of that. Because I'm a girl and living in a country like that was hard. So I have a lot of experience there.
Wow.
So yeah.
Interesting.
So Egypt, bro. Man, Palau, I believe that you already heard a lot about Palau in this podcast, right?
For sure.
So Egypt was completely different. Egypt is a man's society, so only the strong survive there, and you need to be really strong-willed and tough and whatever to people to respect you there. But it was an awesome experience, because although most men and most of our students had that thing, they never experienced like someone with strength that loved them at the same time, like our God is. And when they experienced that, thank God for our example and other missionaries that were there too, that we could do that for them. They started to see like they can be strong but loving at the same time. And that was an awesome experience, because we had now 90 sons, 90, not 19, 90. That was our whole dorm. Shout out to them if they see this anywhere. Because we love them so much. And I was the dean there, so we had an awesome experience there. We went to a lot of troubles, because our school in Egypt is in the middle of the poorest neighbor in Cairo. So it has a lot of difficulties. Mission there, it's 24/7. You never stop to being a missionary, because you're always with the kids, you're always doing stuff. So it's awesome, but it's also a lot of demanding. But it was, thank God, it was a blessing for us, and we want to keep doing it for the rest of our lives.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I got to know, to go from where you were here in Portugal to Palau, then to Egypt, what motivated you to go out as missionaries? Like, talk to us a little bit about that.
Okay.
So Tiago first, because
Okay,
he was the one.
Okay, now me first. Yeah. So, since my conversion, like I was an Adventist. I'm not going to tell my story, but since I started to have a relationship with Christ, I always had this feeling that I want to share the word with people, especially from other countries, especially from other cultures, to know them, to deliver that word to them, and especially to places where there was no presence, like Christian presence. And although we live in the 21st century, there's a lot of places like that. You don't even imagine. Like, we were even talking with Corey and other people here, like in Japan, that is Japan, like the percentage of Christians, it's 1%. In Thailand, it's 1%. There is millions and millions of people that are not Christians, or that they don't even know the Christian world. So when I realized that, I really said to my God, I want to be that guy. I want to be the person that goes and delivers that message, and I want to work for you doing that. Although it was not right away, eventually,
years and years
after, here we are. We are missionaries for life, and that's our job right now. We are not right now, because I'm finishing studying, but like 2 years from now, we are going to go back to the mission for life, and we'll do that for the rest of our lives until Jesus comes.
That's what I'm talking
about. That's the goal.
I think it's really impressive that you stuck with it. I know a lot of people back home who, like, they've seen my adventures in the mission field. They've seen others. They heard the stories, and they're like, "Oh man, I wish I could do that." But that wish just stays a wish, you know?
Yeah, man.
And to see, in your case, someone who you had this desire, it was a wish at one point, but it's not something that you just let go to the side. It's something that you actually wanted to invest in. That means a lot. And there's a lot of dedication there that I think we can benefit from. Catarina.
Yeah.
So for me, it was a completely different experience. Like, I never thought about being missionary at all, and I really enjoyed working for God in Portugal because I was always involved with youth and all of that, and Pathfinders, all of those stuff. So when I met Tiago again, well, we have a long story there, but when I met him again and we start dating and all of those stuff, he returned to that wish to go to the mission again, and so we start talking. But well, let me say I was reluctant to go. So I made actually like a pact with him, like, okay, you want to go, we're gonna go in the first year of marriage because I need to move around from different cities, and we're going 1 year, first year of experience, because you don't even know what mission is, and maybe that will be awful. So that was our deal, and we went for the first year, and it was a really, really good for me because the experience that I had here in Portugal with youth was transformed in like 100 more powerful there out there with the kids, and being there with youth every single day and talking about Jesus every single day, like 3 or 4 times. That was huge for me. That's why I accepted to continue doing that, and now I cannot even see my life without that. But it was a big change because my life here in Portugal was about work and success, and to change that mentality and be focused on God and mission, and not really think about money or your position in this world, at least, was a big change. And sometimes I still struggle with that and thinking or remembering what I was doing here, but the reward that we have with God, man, and there's no satisfaction bigger than working for Him. Amen. And seeing other people being transformed by His presence. So that's why I'm a missionary.
Yeah.
Yo, that's what I'm talking about. And you mentioned this change of the mentality. What are the biggest changes that you would see yourself experiencing as a result of the couple of years that you've spent so far as missionaries?
Gigantic. For me, it was a really big transformation, as I was saying. The focus or the objectives that you have in life are completely transformed. Even the meaning of happiness, because what I thought it was happiness was to have a really big position in this world. I was working in gigantic companies here in Portugal in finance, so I thought this is what I need to do. I wanted to be successful and so that was my idea of happiness. But the truth is, we never think about what we are losing with working so much, and we never think.
You might have to say that again.
It's true. We lose our family. We lose a lot of time, and the thing is, we are putting all our effort in earthly things, and that is just a really short period of time here in this earth. So yeah, I had the pleasure of understanding or experiencing, and that's what I think is important for everyone. Just go and experience what is true happiness by working for God.
Yeah.
Because until you have that experience, you'll never know. And so that is a challenge, but you will see that that's the best thing that you can do for your future, and you're gonna love it. And so and the other thing that I learned is that you don't need that many things.
Yes.
And this is for all the girls out there. Okay? I had a really big wardrobe, but now I know that I don't need that many things. Especially because for like 2 years of my life, I lived with only one suitcase.
Wow.
So you can do that.
Stress-free is probably a lot easier on the life too, right?
Yeah. No, the being able to depend on God and being able to let go of to understand what is really needed and not what the world tells you it's needed. For example, we had a very comfortable life here with a car, with the house, with all the things, and to be able to leave all that behind and say, God, here we are, we just want to work for you, and to see all the blessings that we got because of that choice. It was amazing. It was fulfilling. And even before we were missionaries, I always thought like this, like if anything it's in between you and your relationship with God, like you should like quit it of your life, right? That's the ideal thing. So if your job is hindering your relationship with God, shouldn't you change it or something like that? No. The thing is, we normally work 8 hours a day. Imagine if you work 8 hours for your God. That is the biggest change that you can do in your life, and you're working for eternity. That is the biggest goal, and sometimes we forget about that because we work for this earth, like for having things and to have a position, as Catarina said, and to have a nice car, a nice house, and that's exactly what everyone does. But when someone comes around and says, I'm going to work for eternity, and it doesn't matter how many things I have here, because what I want to have is an eternal life with your God, bro, everything becomes irrelevant in this world.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how this change of perspective will change also your relationship with God. So that's our motivation, and that's I think the big thing that I learned, like being able to let it go and let God take care of it. It's an amazing experience. Yeah.
Wow. See, that's what I'm talking about there. And as I said, we're in Portugal right now. It was my intention to go visit them while they were in Egypt, but COVID happened, as you all know, and that ruined that plan. But we still out here, still had to make it happen one way or the other. And I'll talk about the switch from Iceland to here a little bit later. But what I will give you right now is that this trip has been exactly what I needed at this time. It's been an inspiration and encouragement. And you never want to say, like, I'm excited to go back to work. But let's just say I'm more mentally prepared. That's a better way to say it. I'm more mentally prepared to go back to work now because of this experience. Now, given everything that you've talked about and the changes that you've been able to experience, how has that impacted what you're doing right now? Talk to us a little bit about that.
Okay, so because we were on a mission and we realized such a huge need of people there, we are trying right now to encourage everyone to go to the mission. It's not because there's not a need of people here or in the States or wherever you are, but when you start looking at numbers, and when you start looking at especially the 1040 window that we talked about a lot of times, but we don't really know what it is. So basically, it's the part of the world that most of the population on Earth lives, but also it's the part of the world that is less populated with Christians. There's no Christians there. So the countries that I mentioned before, like all minor Asia, India, China, all that, there is almost no presence there. So what we are trying to do right now, and I think our goal right now in Europe, for the time that we are here, for the small time that will be here, it's to at least motivate someone to have this experience, to relate with God in the way that they are willing to do His will, no matter where where He's calling you. So just try 1 year, try 2 years, give those years to God, and please don't think that being a volunteer or a missionary is being hungry or being poor or whatever. You will be taken care of. And if you heard all the podcasts from Corey and all the experience from people in the mission, you know that God provides. Where God guides, He provides.
Yes,
That's the thing. So we believe, and that's our goal right now, it's to motivate someone. And if we can convince maybe someone that is going to be the Paul of 21st century, we don't know, that guy can make a difference for the world, or that girl. Okay, so that's our mission right now, right, love?
Yeah. But actually, the reality that we met during the 2 years of mission that we had was that we need people that want to do this for life, because in some countries it's hard to learn the language, to understand the culture. It's hard to do that in just 1 year, and so it's important to have people that want to do that for longer. But to do that for longer, also you need to be prepared. I always believe that we need to serve our God the best way that we can. And so if you want to do that, and if you learn already that you want to do that forever, It's good for you to learn, to study, to be prepared, and to do that with the best of your abilities, because well, God is God. We need to do the best for Him, for sure, and for the other people around us. So this is also one of our missions now, and we're gonna stay here for 2 years because we are studying and finishing everything. But then for sure we'll return, because both of us are changing our studies and area of studies because of the mission, because we really want to do this for life. So yeah, that's our goal right now.
Yes.
See, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, the seminary is an interesting place. I've talked about this at length, so I'm not going to go into those details now. But it's good to know that there's good people going into these places to try to get the best of the education we have available to go and make the greatest of an impact that we can for God. So that's awesome. And my friends here, they're actually in Spain right now.
Sagunto,
Sagunto, there's a university there, seminary there, and they're studying, working to improve the craft and their ability to relate to other people and to break down the gospel more. So when you talk about missionaries for life, they're living it. All right, we're not just talking about some feel good concept. We're talking about something that's actually being done about it, and I love that. Now, if I remember correctly, there are some other projects that you guys are doing, some other things that you guys have out there in the social media spheres to help make a positive impact for people around you. Talk to us a little bit about that.
So yeah, we are doing, not big, if you go and check, you'll see that it's small yet. But the thing is, we started with this idea of sharing the gospel, especially because we found a really cool free URL and the name is www.living-4.com. So it was living for was free. You know what that means. So we bought the thing, and now we have a blog. Lately we are not writing that much in the blog, at least, but then we created a YouTube channel and Instagram and stuff, and we are sharing some stuff, our experience in mission, sharing some stuff about reflections about God and things that we want to share with others, especially for the kids that we have in Palau and in Egypt, so they can follow along and still have a connection with God. And for example, in Egypt we have people like Muslim people and everything, and for them they don't have any relationship with Christianity, so it's good to have like people that they met there to share God through social media, so they can have at least one point of connection. And so that's one of the reasons that we started even harder with more videos and stuff. So yeah, if you want to follow us, go ahead. We'll be happy to receive you, and I hope you like it.
Tell us where we can find you once again.
So you can find us in YouTube. You can write Living For, and the channel will appear with our faces there, and will be right in the top of the research. You can find us on our blog, that is www.living-4.com, or in Instagram, and the name will be blog.living.4. So that's it, all of those stuff.
Excellent. Thank you.
And now like the surprise is gonna be like we're gonna start to follow our friend Corey here and start to do some exercise and health related stuff.
All right. Hey, let's go.
Man, let's go.
Lifestyle, Christian lifestyle.
We are focusing on Christian lifestyle, and now we are going to focus also on how exercise and all the other remedies like prevent and help us to be healthier. So we are going to start doing that.
Especially because here my husband did a lot of bad choices, so he can help people to go through those stuff. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, let me tell you, like, if go ahead and follow them on YouTube, on Instagram, and watch the videos. They share their testimony there. They talk about their experience there, and it's amazing. And the reason I appreciate it so much is because, you know, there's a lot of people in the world who are going through a lot of different challenges and difficulties, and they struggle to find people within Christianity who are willing to relate to them in those same areas. So when you get to appreciate that experience, that's what these guys are doing right here. They're taking what they had and not leaving it behind and pretending like it never existed, but using it for the benefit of other people who are going through the same struggles, to help them to know that there is a way, there is a God who can help them to live a better life. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about, man.
Now, as we get down to the end of this little episode here, I want to ask you guys if there's some encouragement that you have for people who are considering the mission field or never even thought about mission. What would you tell somebody in regard to that?
Whew.
Well,
you sound
I was like you, okay? I just want to say that. I was like you. I never thought about mission. Here in Europe, there's not a lot of people that think about mission at all. We don't have like spots in universities that just prepare you or whatever, or call you to go. We don't have any of that. It's like really difficult for you to find ways to go, learn how to do it. And I was like that. I never thought about being a missionary. And I went. It was the best experience of my life. So it's what Tiago was saying. Just be prepared to say yes and to at least try it. Because sometimes we say no before we even know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's good to have at least an experience like I did. I said, okay, I'm going to go for a year and see how it will go. So do that, and I know that God will show you the way and give you a good experience so you can continue to work for Him for your life.
Amen. You
Yeah.
hear that? Don't knock it till you try it, all right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tiago.
Well, for me, bro, I could say so many things to encourage people. Like, I'll beat you if you don't go to the mission.
That's an encouragement.
Yeah, that's an encouragement. No, I'm just kidding. No, the thing is, man, there's such a need. There's so many people out there that will benefit from your experience. Even if you think that you don't have an experience, there's people like there that need to hear you and that needs your encouragement to maybe have a relationship with this God. So if that's their need, there's this verse in Isaiah 6:8 that is like the modem for every missionary. Like, here we are, send us. We want to go. That's the availability. So be available. That's it. Just if you want to have this relationship with God, be available for Him to do whatever He wants to in your life. And if you're struggling with that, just trust that He's gonna take care of everything, man.
Yeah.
It's like no money problems, no family problems, nothing is gonna be in the way of you being a missionary if you are gonna give your life to this God.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it was for us.
Yeah.
We thought like, oh my God, work and all that and all those
Leaving
things.
everything
Leaving
behind was
everything,
hard,
how can we do it?
But I want to just add one thing. Being a missionary is more than just serving others. It's actually a way that you have to learn one of the really hard things for us as humans, that is to depend on God.
Yeah.
And so it's an experience for you. You will never grow as fast and as strong in any other place than the mission. And if you really want to build that relationship with God, then you need to try it. Because if you think that going to church and being active is enough, you will learn that out there in 1 year everything that maybe in one lifetime you would not learn. So it's amazing what you will gain personally, what you will gain spiritually. So go ahead and try it, because more than others, even if you don't reach anyone, you will be reached.
Yeah.
So go to the mission.
Mission is for your own salvation, not for the salvation of others.
Wow.
More blessed is the one that gives than the one that receives.
Wow.
And that's exactly how mission works, bro. So we tried that. We are blessed. And I believe that everyone that's trying it, and even though they go through rough patches, because we are saying go to the mission is going to be hard, but that hardship is going to make you stronger in your relationship with God.
Amen.
Amen.
So that's our motivation to go to the mission, and I hope we see you there.
That's what I'm talking about. One of these days, we're trying to catch y'all out
man.
there. Y'all listening, y'all watching. We want to
Yeah.
see you out there soon.
Yeah.
Hey, Tiago, Catarina, I want to thank you for your experience. I want to thank you for welcoming me to the awesome country of Portugal. I want to thank you for being willing to share your experience with these people who are listening and watching. I know it's going to be a blessing to them.
Amen.
The best is yet to come.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
I'm just excited to see what comes next, man.
Yeah, man, me
But
too.
hey, for those of you watching, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share this with somebody. You know how we roll. And remember, to exist is not enough.
Amen.
All right? To exist is not enough. We out here to be out here. So be out here. All right? Till next time.
Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Yo, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed that episode. Hey, the mission is going to keep going on. The stories are going to continue to be told. Don't forget to sign up, register, whatever, like, subscribe, all that for Tiago and Catarina's blog. They got a lot of stories they've been telling, a lot of stories they will continue to tell. Don't miss out. We just barely scratched the surface here. I'm telling you, the best is yet to come. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast with someone. Seriously, don't just listen, don't just look. We're really trying to make a difference. We're really trying to make an impact positively on the people around us to create this mission mentality and to help everyone to realize that they have a spot in that and it's something that everybody can do. Now, what I want you to do as well, if you have any questions, go ahead and reach out somehow, whether through social media, YouTube, in the comments, whatever it might be. And I want to hear your input. Where do you want me to go? Whose stories do you want me to share with you? Who do you want me to interview? Who do you want to hear from? That's what I want to know. Go ahead and reach out, and we're going to try to make it happen. We're going to go to those places. We're going to find those people, and we're going to tell their stories. So until next time, I'm telling you, big things are coming. We're switching the game up, and I'm excited. So, hey, I hope you're looking forward to it too. So until next time, peace.